Happy Halloween! Hello!
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
We just thought we would show how evil we are now.
We got pumpkins. Let me show you. Oh, we went to a pumpkin patch. Me and the girls. Dad didn't go.
We're so evil. I was at work. I would have went. I was at work.
Yeah, no. And they're gonna carve. They're gonna carve pumpkins tonight. That's cool. Yeah, we got, look. They get a little, they got this little cool kit, and then you can try and cut your pumpkin to whatever you pick. That's kind of cool. It's called Pumpkin Masters. Yeah, there you go again.
I yawn. Sorry.
Only when we get on.
She's so boring.
Okay. So, we wanted to share with you how
we were talking the other day, and we thought it was kind of funny because this series is called 20 Years Apart, and we were trying to save each other for 20 years. Mm-hmm. She was trying to save me, bring me back into the organization, save my life, and I was trying to save her from the evil cult that she was in. So we thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah, and I would pray to Jehovah, and I would say, oh, but I see good in him. I see good in him.
I would not pray.
He was on the dark side. He was on the dark side.
But I wasn't.
Right? And I was trying to do everything I could to save my husband. And I would pray for Jehovah to see good in you. And it was hard. It was really hard because we both had this strong hold of views. And he wanted to share with me a lot of what he was learning. And I, even after I left Jehovah's Witnesses, still believed in God. And so it was really difficult for me to let go of God. And when I was at Jehovah's Witness, it was really hard for me not to pray for him and cut him off, but pray for him at the same time. And he had a different view of me altogether. Of course, he didn't pray, and you didn't.
I didn't pray. I just tried to use logic and reason.
Right.
And
that didn't work for me. I would shut him off.
logic
and reason.
She says it didn't work, but you plant seeds.
Yeah. Well, it was really hard when he would start reasoning with me, especially about evolution. Because I would always say, I have never seen an ape have a baby. And then he would try and explain to me, that's not how it works. It's over time. It's over time. And things change over time. And because we want instant, and instant is how I have always learned things, I didn't understand that concept. And I went over that in school. I just didn't understand it, even in school. And there's debates on evolution as to who, did we come from amoeba versus what kind of animal did we grow out from? No, it was interesting. Now I understand a little bit. I'm still learning. This is a whole new process for me.
Evolution is a hard
concept.
It's a hard concept for a human being to grasp because
we only live 100 years. Well,
yeah, we're here for such a short period of time. To think of millions of years is really hard for us to grasp.
That is where I think I remember going to the Natural History Museum in Washington, D.C., and they have a timeline there. And you can look at the timeline on the wall, and it's just so fascinating because it's huge. And here we are a speck. So it's hard even now for me to understand evolution, but it's starting to make more sense because I'm not shut off altogether. I'm not shut off altogether.
Yeah. But she was Darth Vader. And I was Luke Skywalker.
And I felt like I was, what, Obi-Wan Kenobi? Oh, Ben, right? Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the master. I knew more than he did. And actually I didn't. I mean, now I've learned that we had our own Bible. Jehovah's Witnesses have their own Bible, so they have their own versions of what is in the scriptures, which is very disappointing, because I had no idea. How do you think I'm progressing as a human being?
Oh, she is progressing so much faster than I did, because I would read, I would watch YouTube videos, I would watch Christian debates, I would watch Richard Dawkins, I watched Lloyd Evans, Richard Dawkins, I would watch Christopher Hitchens, Sam Harris. It was a slow understanding to me because, like I said a few minutes ago, evolution is a very difficult concept to grasp for a human being. But because of the things that I learned, I'm able to help her. And it took me, she said that she still believed in God when she came out, but just a few months later, she no longer believed in God. It took me years to no longer believe in God because it was so ingrained in my brain by my religion and my mother. The fear was still there for so long. So yeah, she's doing really, really well, and she's happier now.
Yes, I'm able to, when I was a Jehovah's Witness, any groups that I was involved in that had worldly people in them, I was always at a distance. So I could never really get involved, like really enjoy the process of being with a group of women, for instance, with children, and just relaxing. And I told you, we went to the pumpkin patch and we got a chance to be with a group of women who love their children. We went to Tanaka Farms. I'll show you some of the pictures. It's a beautiful farm down here in Irvine. And we got to relax and pick our pumpkins and pick some of the vegetables in the garden that they have there in the farm, on the farm. And we're looking forward to we got invited to a Halloween block party. That's new for us as a couple. So it's being able to let my hair down and be involved with these women and have conversations that I never allowed myself when I was one of Jehovah's Witnesses. There would always be a wall that I had to put up, this protection that I had to put up for myself. And this is actually the first year that I've actually been able to go and get the pumpkins, and we're gonna carve this year. Last year, by default, we went trick-or-treating as a couple, as a family. We went as a family, but I was like, no, I'm not going trick-or-treating. I'm not going trick-or-treating. I'm not going to do it. And I went trick-or-treating, and that was. We were just with the neighborhood. Yeah, and they needed adults to watch them, so we volunteered. And it was fun. It was fun, cool. And I got to see how people treat their children, and they love their children, and it's just, for me, as Jehovah's Witnesses, we always think Halloween is so evil, Satan. Well, now I no longer believe in God, so Satan's out the window too. Although he was much sweeter, he didn't kill as many people, you know, whatever. Now, you know, I get it, and it's a pretty much figment of our imagination. It is. We don't have to be afraid, and that's allowed me to do that with my kids and enjoy the process of dress up, although I don't like the gore and the blood, and no, that's traumatizing because it's PTSD for me. I don't like that, but I enjoy doing the candy and seeing how fun they have with their friends. And I'm getting to meet new grown-ups outside. You know, the women I got to meet moms that like me. Whoa, people like me. That's kind of wild.
So circling back around to everything she just said from the very beginning about how am I doing growing as a human being, it's amazing how you view, it's amazing how when you leave an organization like this, how it opens your eyes to humanity. When you view everybody who's not a Jehovah's Witness as a worldly person, like she said, it puts a wall. You block it. No matter what good or kindness that you see, you don't really see it because it's a worldly person doing it. It must be fake somehow. It just doesn't affect you as it should. It doesn't affect your humanity as it should. When you leave the organization, and I'm going to go a little bit further, when you leave God, the concept of God, the concept of the Christian God, you then leave a tribal thinking, because I'm still against tribal thinking, because tribal thinking is always going to keep mankind apart. You're in this club, and you're in this club, and I'm in this club, and you can't get in this club. That's tribal thinking, but we're all mankind. And when you leave God, you leave that tribal thinking. And when you leave that tribal thinking, you just see human beings doing the best they can, loving each other, supporting their families, and you see it, and it affects your humanity in your heart, and you want to be a part of the goodness. And I watched a debate between Richard Dawkins and a rabbi, and not Richard Dawkins, I'm sorry, Christopher Hitchens, and the rabbi was trying to explain that we get our morals, our sense of right and wrong from God. And Christopher Hitchens explained that you can have humanity and kindness and love and not believe in God. And in fact, many, many people around the world do, which shows that it's religion that got its morality from humans, not the other way around. And I hope that nobody gets their morality from the Bible. Read the Bible. It's a brutal, warmongering, horrible, chauvinistic book. It's not even a good piece of literature. It's just old. And it has no relevance to human life today. In fact, it's been the cause of so much bloodshed around the world for so many centuries, so many generations. And fortunately, if you look at the current census around the world, a lot of people are stopping this religion and God nonsense and moving on as a human race. And it's a good thing. We're headed in the right direction.
Well, and I think it takes time to think differently. It takes time to think differently. And I think you can cherry pick the Bible and you can find good. Just like you can cherry pick the Bible and find things that are not so good, right? I mean, that you want to come across to a group of people so that they do what you say. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, whoever the scholar is, or whoever the man in charge is, who is defining what it is, then that could be good or it could be dangerous. And it could be very dangerous. Mm-hmm. And I think that's how it goes with anything that is given to a group of people by one person. So it's really important to critically think about what you're doing and how it affects other people. Because I've gotten comments on my YouTube comments. They're so interesting because we're all kind of all melded in together. When we watch these YouTube videos, it's not just the United States, but it goes all over the world, and we all get an opportunity to see what is going on. And I get reminded so many times by people who look at us that say, you know, that's America. but that's not how it is in the world. It's different. And it's not just your little view of the world, but you got to consider all of what is happening. So sorry about the noise. You never know what's going to happen. So I thought, you know, it's true. You know, we always tend to just focus on our own little corner of the world. I'm enjoying to allowing people to express their opinions and not having a set view. So when I am with those women and these people, I get an opportunity to have that flow and let them talk and not feel I have to defend something I've never seen, when, you know, he could do it himself, or she could have done it herself, God, right? They didn't really need me. That's always the encouragement from Jehovah's Witnesses, is that you have to make a defense. Oy.
Yeah. I mean, if God wanted to stop all of the horrible things done in his name, he can just show up and say, hey, here I am. Y'all can believe in me now because, you know, here I am. And in fact, this is what I want mankind to do, and these are the guidelines I want mankind to follow. So from now on, can you just, you know, stop killing people that don't believe the way you do? Because you could be wrong. But, you know, he hasn't shown up because he doesn't exist. So what we need to do as a human race globally is to first be kind, listen, open-minded, and ask ourselves, how can we help our neighbors, so that we can all just move forward as a human race in love and kindness.
Yeah.
And we can do that without God. In fact, it's easier to do without God.
Yeah, because it wasn't just Jehovah's Witnesses that felt they had to defend. I would remember my high school mates that would want to defend the Quran, and it was hard for them. I think Ayatollah Khomeini at the time, when I was in high school, was the main dude at the time, and it was rough listening to some of my mates at school that would try to defend that belief system. And I felt for them. I always did, because I understood as a Jehovah's Witness, that's what I tried to do. But yeah, it's nice not to have that burden that comes with it. There's a burden that comes with it, and you're never gonna make everybody happy. You're just not. And that feels good. I don't have to make everybody happy. I don't have to make God happy. I just have to, I don't have to defend anything anymore. If you want to believe the way you want to believe, fine. But it sure is relieving to let other people in now and say, I don't need to defend anything anymore. I can just enjoy the human being in front of me. Even if I don't agree with their thoughts on God or their opinions on politics. I sit and I can listen, and I can listen.
And we will always defend your right to believe whatever it is you want to believe. But when you try and force that belief on somebody else is when my defense of your rights stops. Because as we defend your right to believe whatever you want to believe, when that belief begins to harm others, or when you don't extend the same courtesy to others that don't believe the way you do, then that's when your belief becomes a problem. But by all means, believe whatever you want to believe. Just don't force it on anyone else, and especially don't force it by violence on anyone else, which religion has had a tendency to do throughout human history.
Yeah. So we just wanted to do a little quick video. And
so Darth Vader saw the light, and I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, I did. I didn't realize I was on the dark side. I didn't realize that.
She was.
Now I know. And it's...
But I have her now.
Yeah. Yeah. So, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Enjoy your
children.
family.
Enjoy your children. Enjoy your family. And if you are single and you don't have any kids, and you don't have a family, then go out and party. Have fun.
Yeah, it's okay.
Don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive. I want to say something else, but maybe it's too much information.
Don't smoke and drive?
No.
Never mind. I don't know what's
safe.
Be safe.
Be safe out there. Yes, be safe.
Be safe.
Yeah. That's a mom, because, you know, that's how I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So be safe at the party. Don't drink and drive, and be safe. All right.
Okay. Follow your bliss.
Follow your bliss.
Be good humans.
Be good humans.